File 0 of a Treatise of Human Nature, by David Hume, Volume 1. This is a LibriVox recording. All LibriVox recordings are in the public domain. For more information, or to volunteer, please visit LibriVox.org. Recording by George Yeager. Contents. Advertisement. Introduction by the author. Book 1 of the Understanding. Part 1 of Ideas, their origin, composition, connection, abstraction, etc. Section 1 of the origin of our ideas. Section 2 division of the subject. Section 3 of the ideas of the memory and imagination. Section 4 of the connection or association of ideas. Section 5 of relations. Section 6 of modes and substances. Section 7 of abstract ideas. Part 2 of the ideas of space and time. Section 1 of the infinite divisibility of our ideas of space and time. Section 2 of the infinite divisibility of space and time. Section 3 of the other qualities of our idea of space and time. Section 4 objections answered. Section 5 the same subject continued. Section 6 of the idea of existence and of external existence. Part 3 of knowledge and probability. Section 1 of knowledge. Section 2 of probability and of the idea of cause and effect. Section 3 why a cause is always necessary. Section 4 of the component parts of our reasonings concerning cause and effect. Section 5 of the impressions of the senses and memory. Section 6 of the inference from the impression to the idea. Section 7 of the nature of the idea or belief. Section 8 of the causes of belief. Section 9 of the effects of other relations and other habits. Section 10 of the influence of belief. Section 11 of the probability of chances. Section 12 of the probability of causes. Section 13 of unphilosophical probability. Section 14 of the idea of necessary connection. Section 15 rules by which to judge of causes and effects. Section 16 of the reason of animals. Part 4 of the skeptical and other systems of philosophy. Section 1 of skepticism with regard to reason. Section 2 of skepticism with regard to the senses. Section 3 of the ancient philosophy. Section 4 of the modern philosophy. Section 5 of the immateriality of the soul. Section 6 of personal identity. Section 7 conclusion of this book. Volume 2 Book 2 of the Passions. Part 1 of Pride and Humility. Section 1 division of the subject. Section 2 of Pride and Humility, their objects and causes. Section 3 whence these objects and causes are derived. Section 4 of the relations of impressions and ideas. Section 5. Of the influence of these relations on pride and humility. Section 6. Limitations of this system. Section 7. Of vice and virtue. Section 8. Of beauty and deformity. Section 9. Of external advantages and disadvantages. Section 10. Of property and riches. Section 11. Of the love of fame. Section 12. Of the pride and humility of animals. Part 2. Of love and hatred. Section 1. Of the object and causes of love and hatred. Section 2. Experiments to confirm this system. Section 3. Difficulties solved. Section 4. Of the love of relations. Section 5. Of our esteem for the rich and powerful. Section 6. Of benevolence and anger. Section 7. Of compassion. Section 8. Of malice and envy. Section 9. Of the mixture of benevolence and anger with compassion and malice. Section 10. Of respect and contempt. Section 11. Of the amorous passion or love betwixt the sexes. Section 12. Of the love and hatred of animals. Part 3. Of the will and direct passions. Section 1. Of liberty and necessity. Section 2. The same subject continued. Section 3. Of the influencing motives of the will. Section 4. Of the causes of the violent passions. Section 5. Of the effects of custom. Section 6. Of the influence of the imagination on the passions. Section 7. Of contiguity and distance in space and time. Section 8. The same subject continued. Section 9. Of the direct passions. Section 10. Of curiosity or the love of truth. Book 3. Of morals. Part 1. Of virtue and vice in general. Section 1. Moral distinctions not derived from reason. Section 2. Moral distinctions derived from a moral sense. Part 2. Of justice and injustice. Section 1. Justice, whether a natural or artificial virtue. Section 2. Of the origin of justice and property. Section 3. Of the rules which determine property. Section 4. Of the transference of property by consent. Section 5. Of the obligation of promises. Section 6. Some farther reflections concerning justice and injustice. Section 7. Of the origin of government. Section 8. Of the source of allegiance. Section 9. Of the measures of allegiance. Section 10. Of the objects of allegiance. Section 11. Of the laws of nations. Section 12. Of chastity and modesty. Part 3. Of the other virtues and vices. Section 1. Of the origin of the natural virtues and vices. Section 2. Of greatness of mind. Section 3. Of goodness and benevolence. Section 4. Of natural abilities. Section 5. Some farther reflections concerning the natural virtues. Section 6. Conclusion of this book. Appendix to the Treatise of Human Nature. End of File 0.